Today, it's Madden NFL football. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, DESHAUN Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Watson to the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet
down the numbers. There he goes. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And he returns this to the 22.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's GENO Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for DESHAUN Watson.
And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they...
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the...
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return from Browns TD. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 2nd and 9. Now it's Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Smith. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, for the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Smith.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. GENO now to throw. Returning right back to Lockett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 3, second and a yard. Here's Smith. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because
and he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Touchdown there. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. A 10-play drive that time.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. On the return, here's Jerome Ford. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb.
Tackled that time by Derek Hall.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Watson. And, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up third down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
A gain of 3, second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now GENO. This one into the hands of Metcalf. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Pass complete. He's got Smith and Jigba. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Prochet on the return. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's 4th. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. The final shot before the break, Watson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
A give running right is Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete, but a
a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. DESHAUN Watson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
They'll try for the first with Walker. Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So it was 3rd and 1. The defense, they stacked the box, and that's the problem. You break through that first level, there's no second level.
And most good running teams work against stacked defenses. They don't care if you have 6 in the box, 7 in the box, 8 in the box. It doesn't matter to them. Block people, give your running back a chance because it could pay off big as it just did there.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Walker will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal.
Walker once more. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
Oh, some strong running.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
Now Watson.
Pass caught. He's got Tillman.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerome Ford.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing now is GENO.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
3rd and 2, Smith. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Back to Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 3.
Again, Smith.
That'll be caught by Bobo. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Play action. It's Smith. Now he stepped. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
70 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Watson now to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Watson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a gain of 34. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down. They take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Smith. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle.
And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks 1st down as he's up to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now GENO on first down. This is Fant on the short completion. Give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Second and
6. Second and 6. Smith throwing again. Quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On first down, it's Smith. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Browns drive about to get started. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touchdown in the end, but a big play on that one. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first.